Why do you like frustrating me? Seriously, why? What's up, guys, and welcome back to another exciting video. Today's video is going to be taking place at mi casa, where we are going to be trying to fix the car again. So, the past week, off and on, as you guys know, if you guys have AccuAir, the remote will tell you if you have low voltage, if you have high voltage. Well, it's been reading a little bit of low voltage, and I've been a little confused as to why, saying is I fixed the voltage regulator in my alternator because that was causing a lot of issues throughout the car. But it started doing it again. I'm like, well, it can't be that. It can't be the car. There has to be an issue. And then yesterday, after I got done, filming at Shane's house, the airride shut off completely on me. So I think I figured out the issue, and then I kind of like played around with it a little bit, and then it shut off again. Let me show you what it is I think I might have found out. So I think my relay is having an issue, not necessarily the relay, but the way the power cable and stuff is on. Because there's the main power cable, and then that little red cable right there is the power cable that powers the ECU. So let me go ahead and get the relay off, and I will show you guys the issue and what it is I did yesterday. Alright, so here's my setup. So what I went ahead and did, yep, I already know the issue. The power cable is not even fully connected. But pretty much what I did, this screw right here, it was about this long. It was just way too long. I had to put washers on it, or not washers, nuts to try to tighten it down. It was just super jank. So what I did was I shortened the screw because I lost the original screw that came with it. So I took the grinder, shortened the screw, so now it's about the size of the original one. And then in here, you guys won't really be able to see, but right inside there, there's another washer, or not a washer, sorry. Oh, a nut. So I put the nut where it's supposed to go, put it all back together how it originally should have been, and the airride setup still won't turn on. But it looks like that's my issue right there. Let me show you guys again, 1 second. So if you look, that power cable, try to focus, it's not even really on. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that apart real quick, and we're gonna see if that fixes my problem or not. We're gonna put it back to how it should be. It looks like that just came a little loose. And then from there, if we can get that fixed, I don't really know what it is I'm gonna be doing in this video, but we'll definitely just go with the flow. So let's go ahead and get that fixed. Alright, so it looks like we fixed that issue. Let's go ahead and turn on the car. Alright, fingers crossed. Let's see what happens. Nothing. I know it has something to do with that. I'm going to check the fuse up front as well, though. And we're going to see what's going on. Alright, guys. So usually when you take this power cable right here, okay, and then you take the main power and you touch it together, you should hear this click on. It's not. So I think maybe this can be an issue right here. If you look, it doesn't look like it's fully connected. I mean, that should be enough. It doesn't look like the fuse is blown either, and this is perfect. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to take this whole thing out. I'm going to go ahead and take this power cable out, and then I'm going to try to re-push that in and then reattach the rears, and then hopefully problem fixed. So let's go ahead and try that out. Alright, so this is what I figured out. When I haven't taken apart the front yet, but when I pushed it in a little bit, remember how I told you guys when you touch those two together, you should hear the ECU clicking on. Let me show you, because it wasn't doing it, but now, listen, all right? Listen, listen, listen. So now when I touch one, you hear that clicking? That's a good sign. That means there's no fuses blown or anything. It is getting the connection that it needs. So let me go ahead and hook this up. Maybe I just hooked it up wrong somehow. And then I'm going to take apart the front still, reattach that even better, and fingers crossed. Okay, so I come to the conclusion where this is at. It is not good placement. The way these screws went in that holds the fuse, they were not great. And if you look, this thing is bending. So I'm going to take this off and replace it somewhere else. Because it's bending like that, if you look, it's literally damaging my fuse. There you go, see that? So it's really just damaging my fuse. Also now I lost one of these. Now I gotta get up in there somehow and try to find it. But so I'm gonna go ahead and remove that. Try to find the screw I lost. Put the fuse back in. Find a new location for that. We already went ahead and did the rear. The rear's hooked up perfect. As I was hooking it up, I was looking through the window, and my remote does turn on, which is a good sign. So that tells me the back was not hooked up properly, I guess, somehow, and then an issue with the front. So I'm going to go ahead and get that completely removed, try to find a new spot for it, and then keep you guys updated. Alright guys, your boy is about to get mad. So this goes in here, right? And in here is where I keep my 10 millimeter. I have an 11 and I have a 12. I had this out of the car right here, and I actually bumped it and they all spilled out, right? These aren't them right here, by the way. So it spills out, and I just go, I was like, yeah, I'll get it later. So I go and finish what I'm doing up there. I come back. Where did they go? Literally, they're gone. They're gone. Just like that. Like, they literally rolled away to fucking Jupiter or something. I don't even know. They're gone, though. My 10 mil, I have an 11, and then a 12. All gone. Completely. Like, what the fuck? How does that even happen? And no, these are not them. These have been sitting right here. And they're gone. Right here, spilt. What? So because my tools decide to just magically up and disappear, I can't really finish anything because I need my 10, because I need to take out the battery to try to find the piece I lost, which is going to go right here to hold the fuse in, and that's underneath there. And I can't get to it without getting the battery out. And I can't get the battery out without my 10. And that's literally the only 10 that I have. And it just literally gone. It's gone. I mean, this was exactly right here. Okay, I spilt it. These are not them. I looked all here, nothing. In there, nothing. Like, what the hell? In here, no, they're not in there. So your boy finally got everything out. I had to break that off, literally. And I found the part. Is this right here? Just right underneath that. So let's go ahead and get everything back in. Oh, and by the way, this is the new location for it, which also gives me a ton more slack. That way, when we rebuild the trunk, I could relocate where the relay's at and put it in a really good spot. So that's good. So let's go ahead and get everything back in, and then we're gonna test it out together. Alright, so everything is back in. This is the new location for it. I might even change it up again because I have so much slack here. The more I can get it, you know, more slack on that end, it'll be good for my new setup. So, but for now, this is good. We got the fuse and everything back in. It's sitting flat compared to here. It was just like all tweaked. So I think I already checked it. So it closes there. So pretty much now the final test, I took this off because I'm moving all that slack back to the back. So let's go ahead and see what happens. Okay. Bam, there it is. Just like that. Let's go ahead and start it up. Let it go for a little, see what happens. I hear the compressor's on. Okay. So, looks like we fixed it. There should not be any issues now. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna keep you guys posted. I'm gonna let the compressors fill, because usually when I'm sitting still while the car's in park and the compressors are running, that's when the remote will start to read a little bit of low voltage. But either when I put it in drive or neutral and then I rev it, it gets that power and then it turns back on. So that means there was a short. So if it doesn't do that right now, most likely we fixed the issue, and that would be awesome. So I'm super hyped right now. So the steering wheel though, I love it. Pretty sick. Alright guys, so we have that issue fixed with the airride. The airride is perfectly good. It went all the way until it filled the tank completely. No issues at all, no lag. So that's good. We got the relay screwed back up there with a lot more slack now, and we're gonna get more slack because I'm probably gonna relocate that as well to where, again, there's no slack up front, all the slack's in the rear. That way when I redo the entire trunk, I could put that in a much better place. So that's good. So now the air ride issue is fixed. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do now is I'm gonna clean out my entire trunk, because I came up with a solution. If you guys haven't watched my last video, make sure to go check it out. I was having an issue with how I'm gonna mount the management inside that box. I found an issue you guys are gonna have to wait to see in my next video, but I found a solution on how to fix it and how to make overall the entire setup just a lot cleaner. So that should be done tomorrow. Today's Wednesday, I believe. Is today Wednesday? Damn, the week goes by quick. So tomorrow I'm probably gonna be heading to Shane's house on Thursday, where I'm gonna actually make the mount for the management, and then I'm gonna bring it home, wrap the entire thing. Once that is done, everything with the trunk is on hold for that. Once that part is done, I could really, because I already have the floor cut out, it's waiting to go in. So once that center vocal point is wrapped and done, I can go ahead and tear everything out, put the floor on, put that piece on, because the flooring is going to be hard wood. So for now, I just need the main part wrapped. You guys get what I'm saying. I'm confusing myself. So yeah, once that piece is done, all of this is coming out. I'm going to prep it for a day where I could spend, a few hours, because everything, the entire setup has to come out. Okay guys, so that's going to be the end of this video. I know nothing too exciting happened, but I wanted to record. I want to keep the videos coming for you guys, and I had an issue, so I figured, might as well pull out the camera and, get it fixed. So the trunk is good. We got all of that cleaned out. We got the air ride perfectly running how it should, better than ever. What else did I went ahead and did? Cleaned out the trunk. I went ahead, polished up the tips a bit, did this chrome trimming, polished that, polished up this chrome. While polishing the tips, I noticed this one is a bit loose. If you guys look, I don't know if it will do it now. Yeah, still pretty loose. The hanger is broke on it, along with the piping. Some of the welds seem to have broke, so expect the video of that. We're gonna be welding all of that right back up, so that'll be sturdy just like the other side. The side skirt is going to be getting fixed, or it's fixed, but it needs just a little bit more sanding. Those are done on both sides, so those are pretty much ready for paint. Right in here, There's a few imperfections on both sides that we need to fix. That's going to be getting fixed as well. What else? I still have a package on the way. If it doesn't come today, it's supposed to be here tomorrow. So you guys will see that. It's going to be something for my interior. Drop a comment down below if you guys can guess what it is. So what else do we got going on? Trunk, welding, interior, paint, you know, on those parts. Oh, I have another thing. I told you guys, blah, blah, blah. If you guys have not already seen my last video, oh my God, check it out, because I have something that I'm going to be doing to the rear end. It's going to be pretty sick, I think. It's going to be different. It's going to be one-off. I have not seen anybody with this. So I got to change it up, because a lot of people are starting to do the rear diffuser I have, which I'm all for it, guys. If I made those videos to help you guys out, because that's what I want to do with my channel, is to help you. But because I'm seeing so many people do it now, I'm going to change up my rear end just a little bit. Just a little bit. So you guys aren't going to want to miss it. So if you guys are new to my channel, please make sure to drop a fat thumbs up. Subscribe if you aren't already. We are on our way to 1,000 subscribers. You already know. I don't need to repeat that whole thing again. Hope to see you guys in the next one. And until then, peace.